That, of course, is the New Kids on the Block, rocking the plaza again this morning. So glad they came back to see us.
Yeah, still kids at heart. These men released The Block on Tuesday, their first album in over a decade, and I'm so upset because right before we went on the air, I said, I think you guys made one of your first television appearances when you first formed the group with Regis and I.
What was the answer to the question? How many years ago was that?
How long ago was it? And you guys said
88.
20 years
ago.
She's depressed.
I am so depressed. You guys look awesome. How's it feel to be?
You look awesome.
Oh, give me an hour and a half to never mind. So, how's it feeling, guys? You seem like you're having a great time. I know you're exhausted. They did sound check at like 4 in the morning.
I know, but can I tell you real quick, just Donnie, about how great you guys are with the crowd outside? How we had to cancel before because of the storm. You came out, you hugged everybody. You came out again this morning. I think that's such a big part of your appeal, isn't it?
The way you treat your fans.
Well, you know, I mean, we could never really put our finger on what the true appeal is because it's really up to them. It's really not for us to decide. But honestly, we really do appreciate the fans so much. I mean, it's just, without them, I mean, you hear the cliches that people say, without our fans, we'd be nothing. But it's true. I mean, what would we be without them?
Were you worried at all that those fans wouldn't still be there? How long was it that you were not together working as a group?
Oh, man, 14 years.
See, that's a long time to be away. You're all doing your individual things, lots of you music, some of you acting, that sort of thing, having lots of babies amongst themselves. Yeah. Boys will be boys, after all.
Jordan, what do you think is the magic that keeps people coming back to see you guys?
I think it's our personalities. We're all very different, personality-wise, and it's like there's a lot of energy, and when it combines together, it's like it creates a lot more energy because we're so different, you know.
How would you say you've changed the most in the 14 years since you've been together?
Danny, why don't you take that?
Yeah.
Kids. We've all had kids or families of our own.
So it's kids of the block.
Yeah. I have 4, so.
But you've got 4. Jordan, how many do you have? Let's just go around the horn.
2.
You have 2.
John? You're not married, right, sweetheart?
None.
0.
Joey?
Yeah, but the day is young, baby.
Joey, how about in the back?
I have a 10-month-old baby, 1, yeah.
And Donnie?
2 boys.
2 boys.
So what do they think of Dad? Did they think it's crazy or do they think it's cool?
My kids they're really excited about it. You know, I have 2 daughters, Vega and Chance. They're 9 and 10, and Anthony and Daniel are 15 and 16.
Wow.
So they all are excited about it. They got friends asking them for tickets, and it's one of the best parts about this is to share it with them.
John, I liked how you went off into real estate, right?
Yes.
Is that what happened? And then you made the transition.
When it was a good thing to do.
Right, and you made the transition
That's
back.
why I'm back.
The market's flat, so he's back.
How's that transition back been for you to get back on stage?
I think, you know, they've all been in the industry, and I've just totally disappeared, and you know, so yeah, for me, I think it took me a while. I'm still getting used to it, but it's, you know, I'm picking up speed and keeping up.
Do any of you have arthritis?
Yes.
Because those moves are still there, but I'm thinking to myself, are they on a leave?
Joey, do you still get the same feeling when you're up on stage? You guys seem to have the same magic, but does it feel like it used to?
Yeah, it feels a little bit different. I mean, when we were 15, 16 years old, we were running around with like going a million miles an hour. Now it feels a little bit more chill. You can kind of soak up the moment a little bit more, and it's nice, you know. I think it's just the fact that we can come back together and do it again is a blessing.
It's got to be a different kind of road trip for you guys now, as mature, still young men. But, I mean, it's got to be so different.
She's talking about the girls. The girls are nowhere around.
And the way, you know what, the older you get, you got to take better care of yourself. You guys have to get up. You know, it's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's definitely. I remember when we were touring before, I was very health conscious, but I was kind of on my own in that. And now everyone's health conscious and working out.
Yeah, I used to be able to eat cheeseburgers. Eat anything.
Pizza at 4 in the morning.
Skinny, is it?
And how do your wives feel? We have to ask this about you guys going back on the road, because that can be a dangerous place.
Donnie, why don't you take that?
Let's talk about that.
Donnie's not taking
I
it?
can't answer that one anymore.
That's why I'm bringing it. My wife and my baby are coming, you know, 24/7.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, so it's
Jordan.
It wouldn't be too dangerous either.
Terrible, Donnie. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
He's separated or divorced.
okay.
I feel terrible.
I didn't ask him.
I
I'm talking
did.
about the.
I did. I feel
Oh,
terrible.
nice, Hoda.
Sorry, honey.
Sorry about that. All right.
You know what? It's a joy to watch your face go through every shade in that shirt has run through your face in the last 60 seconds. So it's been a joy.
Thank you.
just having
You guys,
do
thank
that.
you so
Thank
much.
you
You are
for-
such
and-
a treat.
And
really.
being so great to the fans that were out there. They still weren't happy, but you guys really did help with the situation a lot.
New CD.
All right. Yeah, it's
New
called
CD.
The Blog.
The
Guys,
Blog.
thanks so
Get
much.
it.
Or 19 years old, if he had impregnated a young woman, would we have the same outcry also about the pregnancy, an unwed pregnancy? And I still think it's like, oh, boys will be boys.
Yeah, boys
but
do
a
get a
young woman
pass.
who gets pregnant out of wedlock is considered something else. And so I think that we have to ask
is-
these questions and give honest
Well,
answers.
on our panel, we have someone from the New York Times. We have someone from Us Weekly to talk about
Janice Min, the
to
public
talk
editor.
about the kind of pop cultural issues. We have a book author, and we also have just someone who kind of gives us the overall kind of psychological feel. So it's a nice, well-rounded panel, and I think a lot of people want to discuss this issue, especially after seeing the speech last night.
What did you think of it?
I thought she was. I thought she gave a really good speech. I thought she was inspiring. The base was totally freaking out. It seemed like she was hitting the right notes. I didn't love it when I felt like she took a shot at Michelle Obama. I mean, not talking about my political standing at all, but why do that in that speech?
About the pride of a country.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you could have made your point without those kind of things, And I think that, again, it would be the equivalent of someone criticizing her husband, which why would we do that?
Well, people are. I mean, everybody's criticizing everybody.
And when you think about it, she's only been in the spotlight for like 6 days, so we don't know. We don't know
and
her.
we're going to
Right.
get to know her until the election, which is important. We've had almost 2 years now to get to know Obama and his family.
Right, so it's kind of a sprint to know
It's going
her.
to be fascinating.
Okay, what else
Put
do
on
we
your
have?
seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Buckle up.
Yes.
Okay, what else do we have?
I
her
don't
glasses. Wait, we have to talk about Sarah Palin's glasses for 1 second.
It's supposed to be about substance.
Whatever,
but
her
apparently
glasses.
not.
Everyone loves those glasses that she's wearing. You saw them; they're the frameless ones,
Clear,
and
yeah.
and people want her exact glasses. They want the exact shape and style. They're kind of square a little bit. The frame started how much? Let's roll the prompter up.
I think they're expensive.
$375. So they're not cheapies, but people are requesting the Sarah
But is that
Palin
the New York
glasses.
price or Alaska price?
I think it's, I don't know, it's a designer price, I think. I know. But it's so funny when someone steps out like that, everyone wants it. They want a Michelle Obama's dress. They want her glasses. They want, it doesn't work that way for men, does it?
You know what? Yesterday, Judith Light wanted my earrings, so I gave it to her.
That's the kind of
Okay.
girl. Wait,
I'm that kind of a karma gal.
I got to show you something, Ken.
What?
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
This came in the mail to me. Okay, it was from an antique store. I said, oh my gosh, someone's sending me an antique. I'm so excited. So I opened it up.
That's not that much of an antique.
It came,
my first book is.
Wait. It came from
the Antiques
the
Mall.
Old Stadium Antique Mall, Furniture and Firearms. Hoda, I thought you'd like to have this one of Kathy, found at my antique shop. Love you both, Nancy and Jim Zoppi. Anyway, I thought it was cute. And look who's on the back. Now look at that. Look at Cody.
That's
Can
when
you
we got rid of
believe-
the binky.
Let's
see
see.
what's happening now with that mouth. We got rid of the binky. I can't speak about him.
Why? Oh, you're not allowed?
No.
Okay,
no.
he's binky free. He's old. He's grown up.
Yeah, he's 18. He's
Okay,
binky free.
just checking. Anyway, I thought that was cute. When it came to me, I cracked up.
The one that I get in the mail that's funny
What?
is the Quiet Riot that I wrote when I was 20 years old or something like that.
What was that one about?
I just wrote this book about my teen years, thinking nobody in their right mind would publish it.
And
I wanted to
someone
have
did.
it, because I grew up in the 70s, the 60s, late 60s and the early 70s, and they were very traumatic times in our nation. And I always felt like really so alone because I was so different from what a lot of the kids in our country were doing. A lot of the kids in our country were putting American flags on their rear ends and they were throwing Molotov cocktails, and I was singing folk songs at Walter Reed Hospital for our returning veterans from Vietnam. And if you agreed with the war or not, which nobody did back then, at least these guys had served their country, and I thought it was important to go and thank them, especially since they had half a face and missing arms and missing legs, and so you feel like a little different. And so I wrote about my feelings because I thought, someday I'll have children of my own, I hope, and I want them to understand what it was like for me to be a teenager, because kids never think that their parents were kids or
Right,
teenagers
right,
or
they
fell
can't
in love
imagine
or
it.
had sex before marriage. Not me.
Of course not.
And I don't have sex after marriage either. So there you go.
All right, so
There are very few of us in this world.
there is an interesting, there's a magazine cover out, and it's about Daniel Radcliffe, who played Harry Potter, and he reveals a secret, which was interesting.
He's on the cover of Details magazine right now, and he's Harry Potter's grown up, honey.
Yes, he says that he lost his virginity when he was 16 to an older woman. He won't say who the actress or woman, no, he doesn't say who she was, but he said basically it would shock people.
It happened. I couldn't
Shocking.
help it. He was very cute. You
He
know,
said it was a hot older woman. That's what he said. Oh my gosh. I wonder who it is.
don't look at me.
I'm
It was not
asking.
me. I was a little
I
joke.
don't know.
I think they're saying allegedly it was a makeup artist.
Oh, they are? Mm-hmm. Oh, so you read the article. Mm-hmm. Quit showing off.
And you and I are going to go see him naked in Equus on Broadway.
We are?
Mm-hmm. And I've got front row seats.
All right, how many days do we have left for Everyone Has a Story?
Oh, I thought you meant to the election. Let's get to important things.
Yes.
We have 2 days left. You have today and you have tomorrow. I've got a big packet of songs.
Yes.
And I'm going to be going over them this weekend, and we can't wait to tell your story. 2 days left to submit your entries online. Send us an essay based on an experience in your life that has really become like a central part of your whole story.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be a true story. We're going to select up to 8 winners, and each will be announced weekly from September 29th to November 20th. You're going to come to New York. You're going to get wined and dined. Hoda and I are going to maybe take you to lunch if we like you.
Why not?
And somebody is going to sing your song. Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll get the new kids on the block to learn something. But up next, they are with us, fresh from their concert
we can't
on the
wait.
Plaza.
Look how cute they are.
Say hello,
Just
guys.
look.
They are
Welcome
cute.
the new kids. Back at 10.